What I have in my hands is one of the great albums by Pusha T. It is a great album with heavy beats by Kanye and Pharrell and heavy hitting bars like usual from Pusha T. These are some of the characteristics that pretty much sums up one of my favorite subgenres in hip hop, and that is coke rap. Alright, now before we get any further, no, I am not a drug dealer. I don't know where to buy cocaine, I don't know how to cook it, and honestly, I probably couldn't even roll a blunt properly. But one thing I do know, coke rap is one of the best subgenres in hip hop. It's rap music about the drug game, selling it, making money from it, dodging the cops, and living that high risk, high reward lifestyle. But it's not just trap music. This ain't about being in the streets. It's about looking back at the streets. It's about storytelling, reflection, and making crime sound luxurious. It's like the difference between watching Snowfall and watching The Godfather. One is about the come up, and the other is about the consequences. So today I'm breaking down what coke rap is, why it's so great, and why I love it very much. By the end of this, you might just be quoting Pusha T and pretending you own a brick, all from the comfort of your bedroom. So first things first, what exactly is coke rap? To put it simply, coke rap is hip hop focused on drug dealing, specifically cocaine, but it's deeper than just rapping about selling drugs. You see, coke rap is about the lifestyle, the highs, the paranoia, the power, the luxury, and the inevitable downfall. This ain't just I got a brick in the trunk type of music. This is cinematic, like a mob movie in rap form. The best coke rap artists aren't just rapping about selling drugs, they're telling stories. It's about reflection, ambition, greed, and regret. It's about making something out of nothing, but also knowing that every empire eventually falls. If trap music is about hustling in the streets, coke rap is about looking back at the hustle. Sometimes with pride, sometimes with regret, sometimes just to flex on you, cause you feel me, you gotta flex it a little bit. You feel me? At least a little bit. Now let's talk about the sound of coke rap. Coke rap beats, they don't sound like your usual trap beats. You won't hear a bunch of 808s and hi-hats flying all over the place. Instead, it's soul samples, cinematic strings, dark pianos, and boom bap drums. It's the type of music that makes you feel like you're wearing a fur coat and counting money in a dimly lit room. Producers that come to mind that catches that sound perfectly is The Alchemist, Kanye, Just Blaze, RZA, Madlib, Havoc, and even Pharrell Williams. When you put on their coke album, their production alone makes you feel like you're in a crime movie. Now this is where coke rap truly shines, the lyricism. The best coke rappers, they don't just say I sold drugs, like that shit is fucking lazy as fuck. Instead, they flip it into poetry. They use double meanings, metaphors, and insane wordplay to make selling coke sound like an art form. Like when Pusha T said, Valentino suburbs and wave runners chains on my niggas like slave runners. That's not just flexing, he's connecting fashion, history, and wealth into one bar. Or Jay-Z, one of the OG coke rappers, I'd rather die enormous than live dormant, that's how we on it. That's not just about drugs, that's about ambition. Then you got rappers like Benny the Butcher, Freddie Gibbs, Raekwon, Conway the Machine, Westside Gunn. They all rap about the drug game with so much detail. It feels like you were right there with them. Hold on real quick. When I recorded this video, I forgot to mention something that I completely mess with. And that's specifically Westside Gunn lyrics. Especially when he starts asking us random questions that we can't relate whatsoever. For example, this one.
Everybody think they fly now, but ain't nobody flyer. You ever cooked a half a brick in the air fryer?
And then this one.
Hey yo, you ever ate burgers on Wednesday? You ever ate chicken on Thursday?
And there's like a lot more examples with that. Like, I'm sorry, it's just like one of the funniest shit, and it's like the best type of lyrics when it comes to coke rap. I just had to mention it. All right, let's get back to the video. So again, why do I love coke rap? There's three big reasons why I absolutely love coke rap. One, it's cinematic. Coke rap feels like a movie. Every song sounds like a scene from Scarface or Goodfellas. Two, the lyrical excellence. The wordplay, the storytelling, the metaphors is some of the best writing in hip hop, period. And 3, it's motivational in a very weird way. Now, I'm not trying to be a drug dealer whatsoever. Like I said, I'm a civilian, heavily on the civilian part. But the ambition, the hunger, the way they talk about turning nothing into something, that's inspiring, even if you're just trying to get a paycheck and not push bricks. Coke rap is about elevation. It's about the hustle, the grind, and the luxury. And yeah, it's about the danger too, but that's what makes it powerful. And like I said again, if the feds are watching this, this is all entertainment, all right? I'm a civilian. Trust, I'm definitely a civilian. All right, before we get any further, it's time to show y'all my favorite coke rap albums ever. All these albums are essential to the subgenre, and y'all should definitely check it out. First, we got Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. Before he became a billionaire business mogul, Jay-Z was just a street hustler with a mind for business and a gift for words. Reasonable Doubt is reflective, sharp, and soaked in the paranoia that comes with illegal success. It's part luxury rap and part cautionary tale. Jay makes you feel the highs and the consequences of street ambition. Next we got Raekwon, Only Built for Cuban Links. This is the holy grail of coke rap. Raekwon, Ghostface Killah, and RZA basically created the entire aesthetic. Mafia vibes, luxury mixed with street grime, and intricate crime storytelling. Why is essential? The album is coke rap. It walks so Pusha T, Griselda could run. Next we got Benny the Butcher, Tana Talk 3. When people talk about the Griselda wave, they're really talking about albums like this. Benny the Butcher raps like he's still in the trenches, reflecting on the violence, paranoia, and hustle of the drug game. The Alchemist and the Ringer lays the album with dark, haunting beats. Benny's storytelling is second to none. He makes you feel every decision, every loss, and every win. That's why it's very essential. Next, I got Ghostface Killah, Supreme Clientele. Now, Ghostface isn't always boxed into coke rap, but Supreme Clientele is soaked in street tales, wild slang, and luxurious flexes. His storytelling is abstract but detailed, making every verse feel like a pay-in. Why is it essential? It's one of the most creative hip-hop albums ever made. Plus, it laid the blueprint for future coke rappers to get weird with their flows and references. Next, I got Rock Marciano and The Alchemist, The Elephant Man's Bones. Rock Marciano is the godfather of the modern minimalist coke rap sound with drumless beats, pretty much the whole Griselda sound. He is literally the godfather of that. And teaming up with The Alchemist, magic. This album feels like dusty old vinyl playing in high-rise penthouse while deals go down in the lobby. The bars are slick, the beats are hypnotic, and it's the kind of album you need to sit with to catch all the gems. Next, I got Pusha T, Daytona. 7 songs, no filler. Pusha T distilled everything he learned from Hell Hath No Fury and gave us his most refined, concise coke rap project. Kanye West's soul sample heavy production is tight, sharp, and luxurious. It's modern day coke rap at its most polished. Every bar feels like it's etched in gold. Literally. There you got Conway the Machine, Reject 2. If coke rap had a horror movie side, it would sound like Reject 2. Conway's monotone delivery over dark eerie beats makes every bar feel cold and calculated. This album is raw, underground, and brutal, showing the psychological scars of a life in the streets. It's one of the darkest, most introspective coke rap albums ever. Conway raps like a survivor, not a flexer. Next, of course, we can't talk about coke rap album without mentioning a Freddie Gibbs album. Now, I could have mentioned Alfredo with The Alchemist, or I could have mentioned Bandana, but I chose Pinata with Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. Imagine the grittiest street stories told over some of the smoothest, most soulful beats ever made. That's Pinata. Madlib brings crate-digging genius to the production, while Freddie Gibbs spit real-life tales of drug dealing, survival, and betrayal with precision. The contrast between soulful loops and gritty street tales make this album hit hard. Next, I got Clips, Hell Hath No Fury. This is literally the blueprint. Pusha T and Malice under Pharrell and the Neptune's coldest, most minimal beats gave us a coke rap classic. This isn't flashy, it's cold, calculated, and sharp. Pusha T's wordplay on coke slang is legendary, and Malice's dark introspective bars balances it out perfectly. And then lastly, I can't mention a coke rap album without West Side Gun. I mean, come on now. If coke rap had a fashion show, it's literally West Side Gun. Like, West Side Gun would be in the front row with a fur coat on. Pray for Paris is high art meets grimy street rap, with features from Freddie Gibbs, Conway the Machine, and Tyler the Creator, plus Alchemist and DJ Premier on production. This album feels both elegant and raw. Westside blends high fashion references with street tales, making it feel like if Basquiat painted a drug dealer's memoir. So there you have it, 10 coke rap classics that are my favorite coke rap albums ever. So throw one of these albums on, sit back and pretend for just a second that you're the kingpin of your own empire. Pretty much check all these artists out that I mentioned. That's all. Just check all these artists out. Everything is great. This whole subgenre is amazing. So there you have it. That's why I love coke rap. It's an art form. It's raw. It's poetic. It's luxurious. It's hip hop in its purest form. So now that you have a taste of it, what do you think? Who's your favorite coke rapper? Pusha T, Benny the Butcher, Jay-Z? Let me know in the comments. And now if you excuse me, I'm about to go listen to some more Hell Have No Fury and pretend I'm making a $1 million drug deal from my couch. Wookie Ways out. Peace.
On the first date, stabbed me right from the start. I'd rather not play these games with my heart. I was a dart, and then I went back in the dirt. Coulda hit it from the get-go. It got cold when the team had to split roles. We the future of the game, we a cheat code. My brother said you gotta talk, I give you 24. I give him 16 and then I give him 10 more. I'm uneven on the scheme, I got a sick flow. I keep it simple, but they say that he's a real GOAT. I'm just the greatest, don't put me in discussion just cause the others is famous.